Well, one thing I could say about Venom is they got Eddie Brock and Venom right for the first time on screen. Spider-Man 3 did not.
You made me lose my girl. Now I'm gonna make you lose yours. How's that sound, Tiger?
And that's what I wanted out of this movie. That's what I wanted out of this movie coming out, is for it to be him as Venom and Eddie Brock to be better than Topher Grace, insane and stupid and cringy Venom in Spider-Man 3, because I'm a Venom fan. I've loved this character my whole life. The Spider-Man animated series in the 90s was my jam. On Saturday mornings at like 8 a.m. I think I would wake up and watch that thing, and I loved it. I was introduced to Venom through that, and I have read the some stuff of Venom, but I haven't really like dived super deep into Venom comics, but I do want to, and I do plan to in the future, because my comic reading has become more of a thing for me, and I do try to read all the good stuff, and all the stuff that I hear about that is good, I usually try to read it. I will just say right off the bat, the post-credit scene for this movie after the end, and I want to clarify to some people, because some people literally think that there's just one scene at the end of this thing. There is a mid-credits, and I'm doing this early in the review, telling you this, so just in case you get bored of my review, and let's just be honest, a lot of us watch a video and we don't make it to the end. It happens sometimes. So I'm letting you know ahead of time, there is a mid-credit scene. Credits roll, and then mid-credits, a credit scene comes up, and then at the end of the credits, there's another one. There are two credit scenes. They totally marveled it up. Well, it is Marvel, but they MCU'd it up with the credits. It's bad wording with that. But anyway, I had a good time with Venom. There are things that I like about it, and there's a lot of things that I don't. It wasn't as big of a disappointment as everybody says it is. Like, and I know everyone's got their opinion. Some people, like, there's a big divide with Venom right now. People really love it, or they just really, really hate it. And the people that hate it, I can understand their issues with it. If this isn't your type of thing, then it's just not going to be your type of thing. It's a very weird premise. An alien that attaches to you, and you become stronger, and you have this other personality talking to you. I usually do negatives first, but I can't really, I want to kind of just talk about this from beginning to end. This is a no spoilers review, so I will not spoil anything. But the one thing that this movie got right, but it's also the one thing that people are complaining about, is the pacing in the beginning. People are complaining that this movie takes way too long to get to the Venom part, where it comes in contact with Venom and becomes Venom. I watched it and I was like, I'm loving this buildup. I'm loving that they're taking their time with it. You're getting to know Eddie Brock first. He's just this loser guy that doesn't have much of a life, but he's just trying to make it. He's trying to make it being a journalist and all that stuff, and I like that, and I immediately loved him as a character. A lot of people are complaining about the chemistry with his girlfriend being just not good, and I didn't mind her. Like, it just, with how much screen time we did get of her, chemistry was just not an issue. It just wasn't an issue for me. But like I said, I love the build-up to Venom. I love how long it takes. But then I realized, while watching, wait a second. This movie's like, I think like right on 2 hours. We're probably not going to get a lot of Venom screen time, are we? It was enjoyable, but it could have definitely been a lot better. The pacing could have been better. That, like I said, that build-up of the first half is amazing, and it just feels like they just kind of like rushed the ending, and like the Venom had a lot less screen time than I thought it was going to. I understand people talking about the villain not being that, all that great and everything. He's just basically being evil to be evil. There's really nothing behind him that is... There's only maybe a slight where you can relate to him just by wanting to make the world a better place, but the way he wants to do it is this insane idea, and so people are like, you know, just, he's evil just to be evil. But, I mean, I didn't expect a whole lot of screen time with our villain. I really didn't expect, like, a Wilson Fisk or something like that from, like, Daredevil, where you get a lot of, like, backstory and all that. Like, yeah, that would have been cool, but in a Venom movie like this, you're just not... I expected lower class, like, villains and characters and everything, but I ended up walking out being like, Eddie Brock and Venom, the two best parts of the movie. And you could say two because they bond together, and their character development, that's the best part about the movie, is Eddie and Venom by the end of the movie have like a better bond than they did at the beginning of the movie. So that's what I loved about it right there, right then and there. The build up to Venom was great, and then it just started feeling kind of choppy and edited really weird, and like just kind of like the ending was just very, very fast and thrown together. And that's where it lost me, and that's where my disappointment came in. But I still walked out enjoying myself. I had a few laughs. It's just like a 50-50 type of movie. There's good things and bad things in this movie, but they did probably as good as they were going to do. I'm hoping for the Blu-ray to have an extended cut, and so yes, the rating will differ. I'm still gonna rate this movie based on like what I think about it in general, and walking out with a little bit of a disappointment feeling, but I will be buying the movie on Blu-ray. That's the weirdest thing. I will be buying this, not just because I love Venom, but because I'll be so interested to see what's on that Blu-ray. Deleted scenes, what did they all cut out, and if they're gonna do an extended cut rated R version, I will be very intrigued of like, what's that gonna be like, because this movie is PG-13, and maybe it could have used an R rating to make it a little better. I don't know. So, that's just my thoughts, guys, but I would give Venom maybe like a 6 out of 10. Only because I liked this movie. I really generally liked it, and it's pretty hilarious in some parts, and it has heart. There's some heart moments in this movie, which I didn't expect out of. There's actually some emotional, good quality writing here, but it just didn't quite get me to love it. You know, it's like, I like the movie, I just don't love it. But let me know in the comments if you have seen Venom yet. Did you like it? Are you a Spidey fan like me? I personally want Venom to be in the MCU, and I hope that if they do that, that Tom Holland can go up against Tom Hardy, because that would be fantastic, and I would love it. But if Venom also has to be rebooted for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I'll be all aboard for that too, because I know and I trust Marvel to know what they're doing. Sony is a different story. They make good movies, but the superhero thing with them has just not taken off. So maybe into the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, maybe that'll be good. I'm definitely going to go in December to see that in the IMAX, because it looks amazing and colorful and in your face. So I can't wait to see that. But let me know your thoughts, guys. And you'll be seeing me in the next review. Food review or movie review. Probably won't be a movie review until, I don't know, Creed 2 is coming out. So I'm excited about that. Drive out and peace out. Huh.